Hey, what's up, my little Tattle Tells? Listen, no time to talk. Sit down, shut the door. Tell your father you call him back. Y'all, we need to talk about Tamar Braxton and, of course, Muppet cosplay plastic surgery aficionado. Tamar Braxton, y'all. Tamar was out here on Al Gore's internet, right? Talking about she's ready to forgive and all this other stuff about the things that happen with the real. She's not ready to forgive Loni Love. If y'all know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give y'all the audio after we get to the real juice. And I remember thinking, what's Tamar up to? Because every time she starts talking about forgiveness and she's not ready to, that must mean she back with that big head boy with the Lil Wayne dreadlocks, David, right? But I said, you know what? Let me keep my opinion to myself. So y'all know I didn't. I put it on a million videos. But guess what? Thank you so much, Kelly, for DMing me. Go on and follow Kelly on Instagram. Thank you so much for Instagramming me and letting me know. I know Instagram is not a word. Just let me finish. And letting me know that y'all, my little Spidey gossip sense was A-OK. Tamar had the nerve to post this mess. Hold on, let me show y'all. Really quick, don't forget, I'm reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's going to be a live recap. Catch it live on replay. Okay, let's get back to the mess. She said, "Happy Father's Day to all the men who showed up. I have an amazing father." I'll leave my opinions to myself, but all I'm going to say is I saw Braxton family values and, ooh, okay, right? I have an amazing father who loves all his girls and shows up even still today, but he wasn't showing up yesterday. You know what? It's none of my business. Let's move on. She said, and of course, I would be the only one to proudly have 2 baby daddies, except for it's for the only one child. Okay, Tamar, I guess that's a flex, but y'all guess who one of her 2 daddies are? She shouted out the official Vincent Herbert and David. You both do a beautiful, outstanding job of showing up for Logan time and time again. He's so blessed to have 2 daddies, one from blood and one from spirit who loves them the same. You both have been a big support to not only him, but me also. Thank you for both being heaven sent. Just when you think you have to do it alone, God shows up and does the work for you. If you get out of your way and make it about the kids and not you, watch how God moves. I'm beyond grateful. Okay, now some of y'all might be like, who the hell is David? Who is this man that she is praising for being second parent to her son? Who is this man that she is letting around her son? Now, some of y'all might remember David as the man that had her suicidal, shaving her head off, and all of a sudden just being like, I won't do this no more. And I'm not making fun of that at all. But David is also the one, right? I think his last name is Adefiso. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing it right. He actually spoke out and gave a direct statement to people.com and claimed that Tamar attacked him while he was driving. He literally said that he filed a restraining order against Tamar. He said, the fact that my personal life is playing out in a very public manner is both foreign and discomforting to me. However, the last few days, the false accusations of Tamar have left me with no other alternative except to respond in a court of law in a public statement. After our 2-year relationship with Tamar, I want her to have mental and emotional stability. This is essential for her own well-being, self-fulfillment, and direction in life. It is also the basis of every loving, supportive, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he put her on blast, saying she is not healthy, she's mentally ill. He said, when I got together, I worked very hard and spent a great deal of time and money to help her grow. This man made a statement in people.com. What day is it? September 10th, 2020. Basically saying he gave her money, he helped her bum self out. This is in people.com. He said, I still care about her deeply and hope she can get there, but it must be without me. Words and deeds matter, and Tamar has not only been unacceptable, but also damaging to herself and those around her, particularly me and my reputation. Why wasn't he mentioning his second son or his first son, Logan, huh? When he's literally saying that she's been particularly to me and my reputation. He literally said, my court filing, which is public document, goes into great detail about the situation that unfolded between us. It states the most salient issue. He uses too many words to get to the damn point. His point is he's the victim of the situation. As in a document filing, I'm actually the victim of domestic abuse. 1 in 7 men experience severe physical violence, yet it remains silent epidemic. As humiliating as this is, I must speak out for my own truth. All right. He literally also said, although not part of the filing, I must affirm here and now, I've never physically abused Tamar. Okay, fine. I want to resolve our legal issues and move on with my life and focus on my business, my family, my future. I hope to put the past 2 years behind me as soon as possible and stay out of courtrooms and press. Despite my wish to be silent, I will discredit falsehoods and defend my integrity. Boy, you were looking for a news bite and trying to get funding for that little student loan thing you got going on. He literally also said that he also did a YouTube or an Instagram, a YouTube video acknowledging the issue of mental illness, basically referring to Tamar's own struggles. Y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all something. This can goes on and on and on and on and on. But he dragged Tamar in People magazine, let people know he thought she was crazy, messed up her bag, said he gave her money, called her a bum, all this stuff. And this is the man you're so happy to have 2 daddies. Y'all, ladies, this is the last time. We got to free ourselves from a shackle that having anything and any man around your child is going to make your son or daughter into the next Barack or Baracka Obama. It's not true. It's not about just having somebody that has anatomy. It's about somebody that loves you, respects you, and literally gives a good foundation and role model for how to grow up and become. But I guess it's none of my business. Vince is Logan's daddy. He ain't got no choice. But really, Tamar? Really? Ugh. Anyway, Tamar also talked about how she's hasn't talked to Loni, but she forgives her, but they need to have a conversation. Y'all listen to this mess about the real.
And I want to make sure everyone knows this, because some people think it's still weirdness of it, but you reconciled with that cast. Like I've seen you post with Adrian, I've seen her in the comments, and Tamara and Jeannie, you've reconciled. Okay. So you've reconciled with most of the ladies.
Well, I've only connected with Adrian and Tamara. I mean, a lot of people think that Jeannie and I had beef. We didn't. Like when everything happened, she was the most vocal out of everyone behind the scenes, and that's not something that people know. And I never said anything because I didn't know if that was something she was comfortable with. And I wasn't going to be like, oh, well, Jeannie told me, blah, 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 but Jeannie did blah, 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 blah. A lot. And I appreciate her for that because she didn't have to. But I think Adrian is an amazing human being. And I've learned a lot from her because, with her relationships with females, she's taught me how to truly let things go and not have beef, but not have any affiliation. Yeah. That's cool. But I love her. No, we don't have beef, and we do have affiliation. I'm not talking about her, but she taught me that, and that was big in my life.
And so, Loni, you and Loni have.
I haven't seen Loni.
I want you to see Loni. I do. That's friend to friend.
The truth is, Phil, I don't feel like that's a conversation that needs to be pushed. I feel like God hasn't allowed us to come face to face or come into that, situation because it's not time. You know what I mean? Whether it's for me or for her. I don't necessarily need to have a conversation with her to forgive her, or because I already have. And I don't have to have a conversation, for the public.
Yes, agreed.
You understand what I'm saying? That. And so I feel like everything is in God's divine timing and order. And when that comes time, it will happen. And I welcome it. So that's where I am with it. And also I want to say Tamara, because I didn't mention her, and I know how social media is because I didn't mention her. Tamara is a phenomenal human being, and she's one of the first people who reached out to me after Tracy passed. And Tamara gets sisterhood, and she gets when you and your sisters don't always agree on things, and that's where we truly really bonded. And I just really appreciate those relationships that's come out of a show that I thought of laying in my bed and knew that it was necessary. And I'm just grateful for the memories and all the success of it.
Y'all know we don't have to dissect what Tamar said later, but all I gotta say is let me know what you think in the comments. Tamar ain't changed one bit. And that's good or bad, depending on who you ask. Y'all, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Bye.